I think we're going to get right into the session here tonight. A little recap of where we are picking up. Um, our characters are on the hunt to repair a device that they picked up. A device that is shaped like a skull that is called a mimir that has locked away inside of it a lot of information, not just about the outlands and the gate towns and the plains that they are connected to, but they are hoping that it holds some information about a Modron that they are trying to track down. Part of how they can recalibrate and repair this device is by taking it to each of a number of gate towns. First on their list was to head back to Automata, which is a place that they had been to before and had made some promises and made up a bunch of lies to the sheriff there and got themselves roped up in a little bit of an errand for him. Upon their return, they were hoping to get access to the gate within Automata that leads to the plane a plane of law and order called Mechanus, which is the home of the Modrons. But travel in and out of that portal in the big train that they saw that ferries people throughout the multiverse was not in operation, and it would seem that the reason for that was because a logbook had been stolen from the Gate Travel Administration. And without it, they just have shut down operations and are unable to resume travel as normal. So the sheriff, who I don't know if we've ever said his name, but his name is Aristissimus. He had charged you all, and I think he crafted you like little stars. We're gonna say that they're little pentadrone stars that he crafted for you, and he deputized you sort of informally and sent you off to hopefully recover the logbook. That's like sort of objective one, and I think he told you he would pay you 200 gold each for the logbook.
250
or 250, whatever number. The gold pieces are kind of just the MacGuffin here. If you really want to chase those gold pieces, you can bring the perpetrator back alive. Her name was Beltha. She was a Gazera. You could double your money if you bring her back alive. So the characters went and did a bit of sleuthing. They found out that Beltha is a member of an organization called the Hands of Havoc, and they are... I don't know if we made this explicitly clear. Hands of Havoc are a faction, like one of the sigil factions. So they're all about things opposite law and order. They are chaos agents. They detest and loathe the very idea of law and rules and things of this nature. And there is a cell or a segment of them that live underneath Automata in a place that is known as the Inverse, which you have traveled around in and have found that its tunnels are not neat and orderly and up to code, and they're kind of winding, and you've been kind of lost down in the underworld here for a bit. You found a couple of Hands of Havoc dwarves that you talked to, trying to get some information about Beltha from them. It didn't go very well. They got kind of spooked, and there was like a bit of a chase through the tunnels, and you cornered them at the end of one of the tunnels, and there was sort of a little bit of a skirmish that took place. You managed to best them, and have intimidated them to the point that they did share with you what little information that they have about Beltha. I would say you would walk away from that not with the impression that this is, again, it's not like a real structured criminal organization that you're going after. These are just kind of rogue people. They may claim membership of this faction, but it doesn't mean that they're all closely associated or things like that. But they had enough information to point you in the direction of a hideout that she has been seen to come and go from. And so we're going to kind of pick up with that. And you have traveled based on their directions through this underground complex and have come now to the end of a corridor, stretches about 10 feet wide, ceilings here about 8 feet tall. It looks like the end of this tunnel has collapsed in, and just before that pile of rubble that you see at the end of the hallway, there is a door that is marked with a symbol of a broken cog kind of etched into its stonework. And there's not a doubt in your mind that this is the directions that you got from the dwarves, that this is where they suggested to you you'd be able to find Beltha. And so with that, there might be a bit of planning, or maybe you can sum up the conversation that you had on your route to finding this place. You were probably coming up with a plan. There was some of that being talked about before the stream, but if you want to kind of sum up what the thinking is here, what you're hoping to accomplish.
For Clack, he's hoping to somehow like just peacefully get the book. Whether that's through directly being just like, hey, like we don't care about you guys, like we just want to get the book back and get out of here, or if it's through like more like wordsmithery. he I think he kind of feels bad about the guys that were in the hallway, because all they were doing was just kind of like
Vibing.
smoking some weeds, like. So they didn't seem that threatening, and so he was like, so he's kind of that's his outlook on it.
All right. Other points of view, other thoughts from the party.
I think Zilloff would just say that let him know if you would like him to just get really angry and start taking out his frustration on everyone. He would really appreciate it. Otherwise, he'll hold it back and let everyone talk. So he'll just be ready to step in if he needs to.
Give
How
us the book.
Cerebella's feeling as well. She has a suggestion spell that, might be helpful in a pinch, but we don't know how wise this person is, so could be a dangerous attempt, but sometimes it works.
That could be interesting. Down to see how that looks.
That worked on the two guys last week, right? You suggested
Kind of
that they
surprised me, when I
thought
said,
they-
you put that down, and they did, so sometimes it helps. But when it doesn't, they tend to get really mad, so, maybe talking normal first is the better way to go.
All right. Do you want to lead in then, since you got the spell?
Oh, no. No. No, I'm not usually that good at, negotiating with people, that's not my I can be very demanding. I'm a diva. So if you need that, just call me in.
I don't. What is the argument that we make, that we go in there and just say, "Hey, give us this book that you went out of your way to steal and is obviously resulting in things that are good for your faction. Would you like to give it up and give it back to us so we can undo your work?"
I think you gotta add a little sugar to that, you gotta
We'll give it back.
feed into the chaos, make
Just
it
say we'll give
sound
it back.
like you're adding to the chaos.
Say we'll give it back. Possibly. And
Well-
laugh. Ha ha ha.
I like that idea. That sounds very chaotic.
You could lie and say you're doing something else with the book, or you could let her do some really chaotic things to the book, and then, we deliver it altered. Or you could threaten and say it's in your best interest to give us the book. What? I mean, there's so many options for someone with a silver tongue.
I'm definitely not that person with the silver tongue.
Well,
I've got him.
I don't think Baldwin has a tongue at all anymore. So
I haven't been able to find one. It's really difficult.
Oh, what is it like being an ooze?
I feel constantly wet.
So, as you were talking about your plan and how you might approach it, you're approaching this door, and from the other side of it, you can hear sort of rumbling. It sounds like there's something, or maybe several somethings on the other side of that door that's causing a lot of noise. It isn't unlike maybe some sounds that you heard up in Automata. There was probably some kind of machinery kinds of sounds of like iron or spinning, like things like that. But up in Automata, it would have been very kind of synchronized, almost like calming and like uniform. Whereas on the other side of the store, it sounds like chaotic, like different sized things maybe tumbling about. But whatever it is, it just like it gives you the sense of like rotation or motion in that way on the other side of that door. Very noisy.
As I go up closer to the door, I press just a little closer. Do I hear any persons other than machinery, or no?
You do not. Although it is so loud that if someone was talking somewhere on the other side of the door, it would be very, very difficult for you to hear them.
Ultimate question of the day: is the door locked or not? I'll give the hand a little jiggle.
It does seem to be locked.
Anyone good at unlocking doors?
I could give it a try if nobody else wants to try it.
Yeah, I have a. Are you good with thieves' tools? Because I can lend you mine.
I have some. Let me
Okay.
just find them. So I'm gonna go up and try to use my thieves' tools and see if I can get the door to be open.
Sure. Give me a thieves' tools check.
Is that sleight of hand, or?
I assume you're proficient at thieves' tools. Typically, like if you're trying to do it in Foundry or whatever, sometimes that's what people will do.
Okay. I rolled a 26.
All right. So you're sitting there on the south side of that door, working away with your thieves' tools, and you can maybe about 5 minutes or so of work. Clink. You feel that you have unlocked the door. The door is still shut, but you have unlocked it.
Can I like see if it's trapped in any way, or if I open the door, is something gonna blow up?
Yeah, give me a investigation check.
Oh, that's not bad. 20.
If you've been sitting here kind of tinkering away with the tools, keeping an eye out for any devices or anything like that, and nothing.
Okay, guys, I think it's open, and I don't think it's gonna blow up. Should we go in?
I think that sounds like a wonderful idea. Just remember, act like you belong.
But we just broke in through the door.
What better way for Anno to, right?
exactly, we're so chaotic.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, so who's opening the door?
I'll
So
do it.
Oh yeah.
Did you want to do it?
No,
I should-
go ahead.
I should let the barbarian probably open the door.
Oh, who are you calling a barbarian?
Nothing. And he'll
Very rude.
he'll go.
Have you seen Zilloff's hair? It's magnificent.
He starts to sweat and then opens the door, but he's maybe like a little clammy because he's sweating, but he gets it open. He'll open the door.
So you open the door, and you can see, kind of. I was just gonna ping like over here. Just imagine that border there of the room. That on top of that, there's a balcony that looks down into the first floor. So there's a balcony that you can see up there. It's just kind of rough with the map to show you exactly where it is, but there's a balcony over there, gridded iron. It overlooks this room where you can see the nature of all the noise that you have been hearing. There is a menagerie of pipe and metal that just kind of, is everywhere on the ceiling, on the sides of the walls, everywhere, just kind of connecting various parts of the chamber. And all around the room, you see exposed gears, these huge pieces of machinery that are very noisy. They're tumbling and rotating like cogwheels, like over and over and over in a clockwise direction. There are gas lamps that shed flickering light across the area. And across the way, you can see that there is, over here, a rusty iron spiral staircase on the far side that climbs up to that balcony that I had mentioned. But sitting right next to said staircase is a big, red, toadish looking face on this hulking body that stands maybe 13 feet tall, who's kind of was leaned his back up against the wall there, looking at the door, and then once you opened it, he stands to attention, and you just hear a ping in your mind, Clack, that you're familiar with as a former Thrycreen bug person was what the word I was going to use. Thrycreen is the correct thing to say. And you just hear it's communicating with you, and it's saying, "You don't belong here. Move out."
He is going to respond with a no, but I would like to change that. How can I change that?
He sends back, "What are you doing here? What is your business?"
Sorry, in my head I'm like, do I lie or just do I say it? he's like, I'm looking to check out a book.
He says, "There's no." He looks around the room kind of, and he's like, "There's no books here. Leave now. You've been warned."
Wait, you guys don't have a big leathery book? Lots of pages, really old in the front, new in the back?
You see for a moment he looks up at the balcony, and then a few seconds pass, and then he looks down at you and he says, "No."
I feel like he's
starting to like flex his claws, and he's moving like he's meandering. You see him meandering around the room very carefully, like he's looking at both of these like cogwheels, almost like he's like nicked himself on these things before, and he's like he's a big big
Mhm.
creatures. So he's like tending very carefully to not make contact with them.
I'd like to speak with your manager, please.
And he'll get to like right here when you'll hear a voice coming down from the balcony. It is speaking in common. A female voice says, "Well, hello, stranger. Looking for a book, is it? Now,
Yeah.
why would you be looking for a thing like that? Did the sheriff send you down here?"
Yeah, we kind of made him wait a really long time, and now we're just paying our dues.
Well, they don't like that, do they? Waiting.
Nah,
They're
I
always...
think you'll get a kick out of what we did, though.
Well, you
We
might...
had-
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I think I want to let you go first.
No, I'm... It's been a while since I've had any entertainment, so why don't you tell me what you did?
Is there a way that you could come down here, though? It's kind of hard to see past.
Nope. I
This-
like him right where he is, and I like me right where I is.
That's fair. So yeah, the other day we came in and we're trying to find this guy, right? And as we're going in, he kind of approaches us and he's trying to get us to put some information in the book, and so we did some verbal dancing to get around that. And so he wasn't able to put our name in the book. He didn't like that very much. But then we sent him on a goose chase looking for this dude in the book, and while he was looking for the dude in the book, we ran away.
Hmm.
I thought you'd get more of a kick out of that.
It's not very good.
Oh, I gotta admit, it's hard to upstage when you actually take the book. Why'd you take the book?
Make a persuasion check to see if she's in the mood to keep talking with you.
Okay. Let me
21.
know if you see it. Is there?
Yep.
Okay.
So she says, "What do you mean, why did I take the book? I took the book because I am against the patriarchy and the matriarchy and the oligarchy. Really all of the archies, except anarchy. That one I'm all about.
Mm.
And you should see it when I just know they've stopped all travel, haven't they? They've gotten their panties all up in a bunch. And trains aren't coming and going. People are starting to get a little nervous about what might happen."
Mm. But have you thought about this? If we get the book back, it puts them in a false sense of security. And then once they kind of feel like they're, things are kind of getting back to normal, the cogs are wheeling again, then you can go and poke at them again.
That is... You don't understand what we're all about at all.
I guess
And
so.
it shows.
Can you teach me?
You don't really teach chaos. You just let it happen. You just do things and watch the dominoes fall.
Oh, maybe I wasn't the best one for this job. I'm gonna kind of, I'm debating tapping in Zilloff.
You gonna let the pickle out of the jar? Are you kidding me?
We're going back to the pickle.
So let's pause for a moment, because I'm just gonna capture. What is there anything that anybody else is doing in this moment as you're all hearing the conversation? It's a non-starter.
I think I would like to, Baz would like to kind of go up and kind of peek around the corner, see what, like, sort of scope out the room. Um, I'm getting an idea, like, to if there's a way to kind of hide in the room.
Well, you
Um,
got the big red slot is like right
Yeah.
there. Like he's he's getting ready to shut the door.
Okay.
So sneaking in is unless you
No.
get something.
I'm looking. I'm gonna peek too, but I'm looking to see how big this guy is and if I could shove him against that cog and pretty much destroy him by pushing him into that cog.
Yeah, I mean, like if anybody moved into the space of that cog, like it's moving at a pretty quick clip, so it would be quite painful. And
Does it indicate like what it's doing? Like, why is it? What is it? Or doesn't it matter?
nothing that
It's not running anything
is apparent.
visible.
No.
Okay. Are all of them running?
They're all running. Yep.
I could show chaos. He's gonna look back to everybody else.
Yeah, I'm waiting to add to the chaos. I want to cast Fog Cloud as soon as somebody goes to do something, just to add to the chaos. So, but I don't want to be the one necessarily to initiate it because I'm way in the back. I can't. Is the game paused right now, or is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I can
All right.
unpause it if people want to reposition where they would be standing and such.
But I'm hearing this
Close the big
conversation
boy.
about chaos, and I'm thinking we need to prove that we're chaotic. So I'm kind of trying to make eyes with other people in the party. Like, yeah, I'll add to the chaos. Like, let's start making noise. Let's start doing unpredictable stuff. So
All right.
I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud as soon as anyone makes a move that seems chaotic.
I think I feel better after doing a little eye talk with the group.
Good.
So he's gonna kind of. I'm gonna regret doing this. He's gonna kind of try to step in a little closer if he's able to, and then he's like, "Do you want me to release the pickle?"
All right. So, just based on where this is going, like nobody would be surprised. So, why don't you just roll
No.
initiative so we can get a handle on it?
Sure. Oh.
All right. And did we have one for Baz?
I did
24.
roll. Yeah.
I wonder if you're rolling from D&D Beyond, if you don't have your token highlighted, sometimes it doesn't connect. Oh, you got it. Okay.
All right. So we're going to begin, and it is Baz's turn. So nobody's done anything yet. It's just like, I think there's like an understanding that somebody's about to do something. So we're in initiative. So we're going to start and just see, Baz, what are you up to in this
What am
moment
I up
of
to?
silent tension?
I'm wondering what we're doing here. Clack is in the doorway, right? And I can see the big guy there. Oh God, I don't know. Could I get in the room around Clack?
Let's see. You can.
All right. I think I just want to
Just double movement through Clack's space, and then you're in the room.
I don't know if I want to do 1, 2, 3. And I just want to see where the steps are. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just sort of go in, and I don't know why. I don't have a reason to go in, but I'm gonna go in. 1, 2. Let's see. That's like 5. I'm just gonna go like to where, like here. Oh, I can't. There's a wall.
You want to be moved in the room there?
Yeah. Okay. I kind of wanted to. Like, can I go to there? That was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, okay. So I see this guy, and I want to look around the room, and
So he is going to take an attack of opportunity against you.
because I went by.
So he just, as you move past and you try to go, into the room, big swing of the claw, a 20 to hit.
That hit. So can I use uncanny dodge to half the
Sure.
damage? Okay.
So the damage is 8 points of damage. So you can have that if you're using uncanny dodge.
Okay.
But you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It is 7. Big 7.
We will talk later.
Okay.
It is your turn. You went
All
through
right,
there.
well-
You got the big claw. It scrapes your arm. You're bleeding a bit.
I'm gonna take out. I'm gonna take out a dagger. No, I'm gonna take out a short sword and just kind of swipe at him. See if I can, like, what the hell, dude? And it's a 20 to hit,
That will hit.
and I don't know what that is. 7 damage.
Okay.
And I guess that's about it. I'm stuck where I am. That was my movement.
Sounds good. Clack, it is your turn.
Okie dokie. Excuse me. I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself. And then I am going to, as my action, disengage and try to make my way towards the... I could have sworn they were there, like little stairs in the back.
Yeah, there's a circular staircase in the back here.
Okay. Sounds good. Whoops. Sorry, my little game is lagging a bit. Basically, I'm moving to get as close as I can. I didn't mean to step into the frog's mouth.
Whoa.
Thank
Move you back out.
you. Okay, there we go. It caught up with me. Okay. So let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't like being there, but is it like if I'm there, is that how these work? Or is it like, is that what those like little red bits mean? Like don't stand there or you get hit by the gears?
Yeah, so if you're moving through there,
Mhm.
just give me a dexterity save.
You know what? Let's do it. I'll do it. I'll take the plunge. Dexterity save. All right. Waiting on it.
11.
Ooh.
So as you go kind of sprinting forward, I guess just for the flavor of it, we'll say that this thing is just kind of going wild, and he just took his big swing at Baz, and he's kind of teeter-tottering a bit. He's just kind of trying to keep his balance through this rage, and he kind of bumps into you as you start like moving forward through that space, and it kind of throws you off your balance, and you get nicked by this gear right there where your token is, and you're going to take. It's not good. 16 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And your arm gets like stuck in this gear. as it's like coming down, and you're like pinned, like your arm is pinned there, and like
Oh.
you're pushing up against it to try to alleviate the pain, but you're currently stuck. Now, did you have to take a dash to get there?
No.
So you still have your action?
No, because I said disengage so he wouldn't attack me.
Oh,
I'm willing to take the attack of opportunity or...
Well, you would have seen he already took his attack of opportunity, so you didn't have to do that. So
Okay. Then yes, I do have an action.
yeah, so I would say you could still have your action, and if you want, you can use your action to try to get unstuck.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Or if you have something else. But if you want to try to get unstuck, it is either a acrobatics or an athletics. It can be either.
Acrobatics or athletics. Okay. Let me double check. I don't think I have anything that will... No, not really. So yeah, okay, I'll do acrobatics. All right.
And unfortunately, it's just not enough. You're still
Dang.
pincered there in between the gears. So
All right.
the fight is off to an interesting start as we turn to Cerebella.
Yeah, and I already said I was holding a spell, so I'm going to cast it, even though it isn't really making a ton of sense right now. But I'll walk past the door. Where the stairs are back here, is that the stairs to the balcony?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to cast it back there.
Okay. Now, I wouldn't hold you to that. Like, since we weren't really in an initiative, I wouldn't hold you to like you were holding a spell, but, you know.
Well, I mean, I said it, and I really was wanting to add more to chaos than to actually fight. So I think that probably is still what her thoughts were, like, we're going to show chaos. So I'm going to place it there to obscure that area, hoping maybe like I don't know, like, all right, let's add to the chaos and run to the stairs or something. But I'm not going to run to the stairs. I'm just going to keep on going this way past the door.
So there
And I will
is...
bonus action take out my little hand drum and just make a lot of noise with it.
So, the early 6 seconds of this encounter, Baz is on one side with the attention of the big slotty. We've got Clack stuck in the gears, kind of on the western side of the room there. And now there is a sphere of fog that is starting to fill up the backside of the room, and it filters up pretty much to like where the ceiling is, like even up to where the balcony is. And you can hear some sounds of confusion or annoyance coming from up there. All right. That will bring us to this guy. Sorry, this map is kind of weird, so I'm just trying to think about it. Like, where is he actually?
All good.
Okay, so he'd be right here. So there is a little Modron that comes flying down. Looks like a cube, metal cube with wings, and it's got a little Modron face on the one flat part of a side, and it's got a little bow, and it's drawing back an arrow that it has aimed at it looks like it's aiming right down at Clack. And you get the sense that it can see Clack, even though there's this obscuring fog. It's going to take... It's a quadrone, so it's going to take 4 shots.
Oh! And then I do have Sanctuary on.
Oh, that's right. So it's a
Yeah.
wisdom save.
Yep. Let's see if I can put it on the VTT there. Oh yeah, there we go.
So first attack. I'm just going to do all 4. He's going to try to hit you 4 times, so I'm just going to do 4 saving throws.
Yeah, totally.
Fail, fail. And unfortunately, Baz, you're going to be the recipient of. You're going to be the new target.
I'm sorry, Baz.
12, I think, is a fail yet, and
No.
Mhm.
a 17.
17 hits.
Sorry. The 17 is. This is a very confusing, like,
Oh,
order of
sorry.
operations. So the 17 is a saving throw for Sanctuary, which I think
Okay.
bypasses the DC.
Yes.
So one
that'll
attack.
hit me.
One attack is going to Clack, and I will just use that 11 that I rolled. I assume misses.
The 11 misses, correct.
So now 3 attacks on Baz. I'm just gonna roll.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Sorry.
there's the crit. Critical hit damage is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
2 more attacks. 1. And that one misses. And the last one misses. So that is his turn. Baldwin, it is your go. We'll say the quadrone is flying about 10 feet up off the ground.
It's me. 5, 10, 15. Big toad guy. 20. As I pretty much like slither my way into the room, I'm gonna have my form just get a little bit bigger as I attempt to grapple the big toad guy.
All right, hulking up.
I get advantage when it comes to grappling checks.
He gets a 13. You've got a
22.
22. So you have him grappled.
And I'm just gonna move him right into the gears.
All right. He will make a dexterity saving throw as you do that. Oh, and as you pull him close, you can see he's looking at it. This has happened to him before. And his arm like gets caught up in the thing. And he takes what was it? 16 bludgeoning damage.
I will then let him go. Move a little bit away with the remaining movement I got. And seeing this little pesky guy flying about, I will point at him with my bonus action as I think, what's my thing called? Planar Warrior. And I'm going to shoot him. That was very rude. 16 to hit.
16 hits. Yep.
I will also mark him as my favored foe to get just a little extra damage in there. See. And this will be the damage, and this will be force damage.
All right. 12 force damage. Big hole right through the side of this creature. Boom.
That's everything.
All right. The slot is up. He's going to do a strength check. And he manages to rip his arm free, and you can see it's all like mangled and like pieces of bone are sticking out, but it like heals up and corrects itself. Skin tissue seems like it's starting to kind of fold over, and there's some quick healing on this creature. And immediately moves right here to Baldwin to take a couple swings.
Is it his action to break out, or is it just a save kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, you're right. He uses action. So he's just going to move over to you and be all intimidating like. Kip, the other quadrone, will begin to fly down. And take some shots at Baldwin.
AC 15.
Crit. That one is 10 points. It's first attack. Second attack. Hits. That one is 8 points. Third attack. Seven points of damage, and the last one. 13 points of damage.
Ouch. All right, someone else take the brunt. I'm sick of it. Someone else do it.
It is Beltha's turn. And she is going to move. She like hops down off of the balcony and casts Featherfall as she does. So she takes no damage. Kind of comes stumbling out of the fog cloud, a little bit disoriented. And I think she kind of surveys. It seems like the slot is doing his job. She's looking up at her quadrones. They seem to be doing pretty good. And she just says, well, all right then. Seems like y'all have a handle on things. This don't seem like such a bad place to be. And then she like jumps into the fog cloud. And then it is Zilloff's turn.
Zilloff comes racing in 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm going to get here. I am going to bring out, I'm going to rage, first of all. And say, you want chaos? I don't even know what's going on in here myself. Either way, now everyone needs to die. And he's going to, or not. I haven't made up my mind. And
Yes.
chaos. Rage right off the bat. Let's see. There we go. And I get to roll. I am a wild surge, so I get to roll D8. So shadowy tendrils lash out around me. Each creature of my choice that I can see within 30 feet of me must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. Also, I gain 3 temporary hit points. Sweet. So obviously I'm going to have around me that was 30 feet. So 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. So pretty much all the enemies I see, which is everyone here.
And they all fail.
All right. They are going to be taking 8 necrotic damage right off the bat. As these tendrils are just coming out of my hair, I'm going to start attacking now. First attack. Great axe going to the slot right here. A 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay, second attack, I'm going to do a shove. So I'm going to do this at advantage because I am raging. 22. I'm going to shove him back.
All right. He has to do a dex save. And he fails. So he will take, I'm just going to keep doing the 16. So he takes 16 points of damage. And again, this time it's like his ankle. You shove him back and his leg gets caught in there and is getting ground into the floor where the gears and the pavement there are meeting.
That does it hurt? Good. Or maybe not.
Roaring.
And I'm going around with my axe, just kind of running around like in circles, making as much loud noise as possible.
All right. That was all round 1. Baz, it is your turn.
So with fog cloud, if anybody's in there, I can't see them, and if I go in there, I can't see either, right?
Basically, like things in there currently are like you're essentially blinded to.
Okay. And the Modrons, are they in melee reach if I move over to them?
No, they're 10 feet.
Why? Okay. I think I'm just gonna be dumb about this and I'm gonna go run back up to the red dude. So I'm gonna go, let's see, 5, 10. Can I hit him from here? And and I'm gonna do let's see. I'd like to do a booming blade, which I have to, it's yeah, it's like a 5-foot thing. I'm not really sure how to do it. So you brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting, make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's attack's normal effects and then becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of your next turn. If they move 5 feet or more, they take 1d8 thunder damage. So, can I do that while I'm hitting with my sword? That's correct. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna do that with my short sword, and that is 25 to hit. Oh,
That'll
there
hit.
it's coming now. Yay, good. It's 10. That's 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing. All right. And you... Booming blade, it just happens, right? Or is there a saving throw?
He has to... No, it just says he become on a hit. He become sheathed in
Okay.
booming energy until the start of the next turn. But if they move, then they take damage.
Cool. You see that happen. He's got that kind of electrical discharge kind of running up just on the surface of his body.
I'm gonna bonus action, like disengage and just kind of move back to where I was, back to here.
Sounds good.
Does Booming Blade give you anything else at level 5?
To increase the thunder damage.
I think it does more damage.
Oh yeah, it says. Okay, I'm sorry, I've never been this high. 5th level, the melee attack deals extra. The melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit, and the damage, the target takes is increased. So I should roll another 1d8, I guess, for that. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Dawson. So why is it rolling all those?
Because the first part is for the first hit when you hit him with your weapon. The second part is if he moves.
Okay, well, so it's 3 damage right now.
Gotcha. All right. Clack, it is your turn.
All right. Could I, in order to like get out of here, would I be able to? Because I have a crowbar. Could I use the crowbar to kind of help get out?
Because you are. I did it. I was doing it right on Dawson's turn. Unfortunately, I'm realizing now. You get to do the save at the start of your turn for free. So you don't have to take any action. You can do the saving throw.
Oh, okay.
It's not a saving throw.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a. No, it is. It is a Dex saving throw.
Sounds good. Okay.
It's such a confusingly worded thing. Because it's like it's a saving throw if it's at the start of your turn. If you take an action, then you could do an acrobatics or a athletics check. It's like very messy.
Gotcha. Well, that's good to know. Okay, I will do a dex save.
And you are free. So
yes.
So you still have your movement. You still have your action. All of that stuff is still in play.
Okay. He's probably going to continue committing to like get out of that area, and he'd probably just kind of keep moving forward because like he heard her voice, just doesn't know where she is.
Yeah, you give me a quick perception check.
Sure. Perception.
So, like somewhere on the eastern side of the room, but you're not precisely sure.
Okay. Somewhere on the eastern side of the room. He is. I have one single spell slot left. So I'm like, what do I use it on? Okay, he's going to use his last spell slot on Fairy Fire. Oh wait, I don't think you can upcast Fairy Fire, so never mind. I'll use Shatter then. So I'll just he'll kind of just point vaguely in the eastern direction and then cast Shatter, see if it hits anything.
Yeah, go ahead and cast it and then put the measured, or what it's a...
Yeah.
Do you just want to ping like the middle of where you want the area of effect to be?
Yeah, let's see. It's a 10-foot circle, so at the very least 10 feet away from me. So probably 1, 2, yeah, so probably like right here. If you can see it, because it looks like I froze again on my side.
Okay. Okay, so basically 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, far enough
It
that I
will
don't get hit in it.
It'll hit them, and that's it. So you hit Beltha, and it's a con save, correct?
Yes.
And they roll a 7, so full damage.
Nice. Okay. All right, and then let's see if this will send. If not, I might ask for someone's help to roll 3d8.
Is it rolling for you in D&D Beyond?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I could set it to do that. That way, like, I just don't know if it'll show on your side still.
It did say shatter, thunder damage, 3d8, 15.
Oh, yeah.
15.
Well, take
Yeah.
that.
Oh. All right, cool, perfect. Sorry. I know, it's my computer's being funky.
There's a loud ringing and a kaboom that is added to the noisiness of the chamber. And you just hear like a son of a from inside the fog cloud. So you got a verbal confirmation that you hit.
Nice.
Cerebella.
All right, well, I'll stop playing my drum because apparently we're fighting here, and I'll drop concentration on Fog
And-
Cloud.
And you would see
No.
she's right there.
Whoops, I gotta move. I got rid of the template, so then I had to switch things over so I could actually see again. So, there's people. All right. Man. Okay. Well, you only live once. I'm gonna come in and I'll cast a lightning bolt through the slot in these two flying things.
Okay. Dex saves. Oh, and I've been forgetting this. He gets advantage on that.
Oh,
So there. We'll stick it there.
So the Slod makes his save. One of the Quadrone makes his save and the other fails.
It's 35 total.
So this guy in the back, the Quadrone, it's at the caboose, gets hit with the lightning bolt and just immediately falls to the ground. And as it does so, it just kind of starts to dissolve into dust as it hits the ground and disintegrates. This guy's saved, but he's same situation. And the Slod, let's see, he's saved.
Sorry, I was really aiming for them. It just, you're so big and you were like right in the way. I couldn't help but get you in the blast as well, even though I can sculpt spells. So maybe that's not much of an excuse.
He's like shaking his claw at you, but he's like also trying to deal with his ankle. And
Okay, Baldwin, maybe you should come over here and take care of this thing for me. All right, that's all I got.
you notice he seems more concerned with his ankle than the lightning that just hit him, but it still pissed him off. Like you could see, like almost like it stung him. And he's looking at you like you're a bumblebee that just like pricked his arm or something.
Yeah, I get that look a lot, actually. So
Baldwin.
Well, don't worry, I'll take care of it. As I move farther away from him because I'm really hurt. It's like I'm leaking a little bit too much for my oozy state. I'm gonna point at Toad Boy and say, "This is gonna hurt you, or it's gonna hurt me." And I will shoot at him twice. And I'll use my bonus action to do Planar Warrior. First hit,
Hits.
19 to hit. I'll also mark him as my Slayer's Prey. That's another thing down, or it's called for this one. Favorite Foe, that's the name of it. A little extra damage. This will be force damage. 19 points of force damage.
That'll hit. Or that's your damage.
Yep. And I will fire again. 12 to hit, which I don't think hits.
That one doesn't.
That's it.
He's bleeding out of a wound from that shot. He's yanking on the ankle. And he gets a dex save, which he does not make.
Oh, that's such a shame, buddy. I'm so sorry.
But he's still taking a couple of swipes at Cerebella.
Figured it was going to happen anyway. I might as well have my smart-ass comments, you know?
Yep.
Oh,
Alex, can you calm down with the crits a little bit?
I don't know, damn.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mr. Casey over here with all the crits.
7 points of piercing damage, and then a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's not so good.
You're going
Oh,
in
gee.
my book here, right next to Baz.
I don't know what you're doing, buddy, but there's no consent here. That was
Oh,
not
no.
something I asked for.
There's so many comments that I just am not going to go there with this thing. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah. Just about everything will.
Does about as much as the crit. 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And
Oh
then
my
he's going
goodness.
to try to bite. And that's a 25 to hit.
Yep. Yeah,
For
that
7
hurts
points
too.
of damage. So
Right.
a lot of slashing and piercing damage. Yeah, Chris, there's never consent with slods. It's bad. All right, so that's his turn. Yeah. Beltha is up. She seems to be paying attention to what is going on with the slod. And she's going to cast a spell that she throws over Cerebella's way. Could you... So things are already feeling grim for you. You've just gotten hit with all this damage. And then, like, your perception of the room just... You feel really woozy, almost dizzy, like you're about to, like, pass out or something from all the pain. But then, like, there's this other sensation that comes over you. And you see... like your high school rival Maggie May is off in the corner, and she is off in the corner. She's being given like the homecoming crown.
No, she did not get that crown. No.
And you're looking around, and Clack and Baz and Baldwin and Zilloff, they're all looking at her, and they're clapping, and they're like beaming that she has just won this award. Even the slot is like clapping, and he's just
No, you guys stop that right now. That is not acceptable. This is wrong. This did not happen.
Give
You're
me
the best.
a wisdom save.
That was
Let
so
me do
well earned.
something, right?
You refuse to believe. This is
Absolutely,
happening.
I refuse to believe that nonsense. You're rewriting reality there.
You're still perceiving it. And it's like it's irritating. It's like filling you with anger rather than like causing you to break down or
You
whatever.
betcha it is.
And then Beltha is going to move over here. And she kind of like strikes up like a martial arts kind of stance with you, Clack, but sort of defensively so. Like she doesn't move up to strike you, but she's kind of like moves up, and it looks like she's maybe getting ready to try to like kick you or block you or counter you and try to do like a throw maybe into one of the gears.
Ooh.
And then it is Zilloff's turn.
Yes! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Attack.
So you're moving past that
No,
gear?
I diagonally moved. So I went
So it's more of a very
5,
strategic kind of charge
10,
around the room.
15. Of course, yes. I'm not standing.
Gotcha.
I'm not going in there. I have 35 movements, so I'm able to get there.
He does a lap and then charges.
Yeah. I'm chaotic, not dumb. Here we go. First attack. Great axe. Oh, 9 to hit. That was great.
Axe. Sorry. that
Great
was
axe.
stupid.
Does 9 hit? No, I
No.
don't think so. All right, I'm going to grapple and drag over here, hopefully. Advantage. 24 strength.
Don't think can make that, but. And then you're throwing which way? Down to this one. Dex save can make, maybe. Makes that. So you throw, and she just kind of like puts, she manages to like kind of kip off of it with her foot and just swings around. Now she's got both of you in front of her, and she's kind of like looking at both of you hesitantly while maintaining this defensive pose.
Okay.
All right. Baz, it is your turn.
So Baz wants to try to go upstairs, like to get to that to see where Beltha was. So he wants to take off down across the room, like towards the stairs.
All right.
So I have 40 feet of movement, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So if I go 40 and take the safe path, I end up right there, I think, with double speed to go through.
She's just
Zilloff.
like, come on. 3?
Right? So I'm gonna take a swipe at her with the short sword again, or not again with her, but hit, and that's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 10.
Yeah, and you get sneak attack on that one, so it should be the full because you got allies within 5 feet. It's 21.
No. 21. Nice. And then can I bonus action dash like up the stairs? So if I go from here, I can like go 5, 10, and then I don't know where I'm going.
Yes. I'm trying to recall. Do you have the thing where if you make a melee attack at something, you get a free disadvantage or a free withdraw?
Mobility.
Oh, it's a cunning action. It's a bonus action to do a dash or a disengage. So it's or.
Okay.
So
So
I'd rather.
she'll take a attack of opportunity. Uh, 20 to hit.
That hits.
Boom. 21 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
And let's see. So you move to there.
Well, that's like
Are you going up
part
the
of my-
stairs?
I'd like to. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know how much movement I have left after dashing that far.
You said it took your full movement to get to that spot there, right? So then you would have moved 5, 10, 15. We'll say it's 10 feet to get up the stairs. So you've expended 25 feet when you get to the top of the stairs.
Okay,
And
so I have more.
basically what you're looking upon here is furnishings. There's a couple of beds. There's a couch, a little table. She's got, some cutlery and some half a plate of food kind of laid out on.
Okay, I think I can go that far. That's where I'm going to end up. But do I see anything that looks like a good place to hide something, just offhand, or something like laying out like a book?
It is. You do not see the book like plainly out.
Can I see over this railing now down to below, though? Right, this is like an open balcony, so I can see what's happening down there.
Yep. I wish they would have done this map differently, but you can kind of see where the one
I can
cog
see
is.
it.
So that's kind of where. I wish they would have put like a dotted line or something on the lower level so you could see exactly how it overlaps, but it is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, basically, you can see anything that you saw previously is down there.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a wall or something there. That's my turn.
Clack, it is your go.
So Isaac had pointed out to me that I forgot that we did a long rest. So I was running off of after the demon fight where apparently I didn't have any of my spell slots left.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, how do you not have any spell slots left? And I'm like, oh, that's why. So I've adjusted as a heads up because I'm gonna cast a spell now. And I'm going to well, actually I changed. I'm not going to cast a spell, but just as a heads up for when I will eventually cast a spell, I'm going to do the lightning launcher. So he's going to kind of point to them and go, how's all this for chaos? And then he's going to pew pew.
All right. Chris Johnson, thank you so much for the DM reroll. Shoot, I didn't get that set up earlier to automate that, so I will take it though. I will use it.
Oh,
maybe. Okay, so
I got a 12.
a 12 to hit. No, isn't it a saving throw?
No,
That's not the damage.
It is to hit.
It is to hit. Okay, that'll miss.
Yeah, it is to hit. Okay, I know it's labeled weird, and he's gonna be like, "Pretty chaotic, right? You thought I was gonna hit you." And then that's it.
She's just like disappointed. She's like, "Oh my god, how are you not getting it?" Sorry. I'm just making a manual note, Chris, that I have a reroll. So that will do it for Clack. Cerebella.
All right. How high is the machinery? Can I see what's going on over there? Over the machinery? Or...
No, it's probably yeah. It would be Well, yeah. I mean, it's 5 feet tall, so like you could probably see the top of the back of the Githzerai's head, but they would have like half cover or 3/4 cover.
Okay. Well, and I know right now there's a 13-foot tall creature in front of me, but if I kind of dance around it a little bit and go here, I can see the head of this creature.
Yes.
I'm going to try casting suggestion
Oh, sure.
and say, just give us the damn book so we can get out of here alive. So I'll put that out there.
All right. Wisdom
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I tried. I don't think I have any bonus action that I can use. So that'll be it.
All right. Baldwin.
I got a boomstick. I'm gonna scooch my way up here and just shoot at the big toad guy. I will bonus action Planar Warrior and fire twice. First one is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
He will take this much force damage. 21.
Okay.
Second attack is a 18 to hit for 7 points.
As you shoot him that second time, he falls backwards, and you could see like his head, like his body is starting to like regenerate, like its appendage, his ankle, and everything like that. But his head gets stuck in the thing, and just the gear crushes it, and there's a big mess there. And his body just
Ew.
kind of like twitches for a second, and then falls limp there. And there's just a big
Ew.
mess on the southwestern
Oh.
side of the room.
Oh. I'm
Oh,
having
that-
not slither through there. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Very
Well-
gross. Much appreciated, but very gross.
I'll do what I can. That's it.
All right, Beltha. Is going to disengage. And then she's going to move. I'll have her do a save.
Oh, you're getting kind of cocky over there, Beltha.
She makes the save. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She gets to like right there. It's going to double check her speed. Yep, that's how much she can go. So she's clearly like booking it for the doorway. Zilloff.
Does Tripper?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to go 35 here. And
Don't
that's
kill her.
with-
Don't kill her. We get more money if she's alive.
It feels so good. Can I guess I will attempt to grapple, right? Will that be okay?
No.
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Okay, then I'll attack. Here we go. Great axe, great axe attack.
You want to grapple?
I'm gonna do a great axe attack
Okay.
and then I'll grapple after.
Yeah, save it.
12 to hit. I have not done very well with.
That one will miss.
Okay, so now we're going for the grapple. Strength. Athletics. Advantage. 27.
You have her grappled. And she's like kind of resisting, and she just kind of gives up. He's paying you, is he?
Yes.
How much?
Ah!
So I don't get the sense that anybody's going to like assassinate her. So we could drop initiative as you're holding her. She just.
Does it look like I know how much we're getting paid?
You got a lot of anger in you. That's
So?
what the Hands of Havoc are all about. We're all we're raging against the machine. You should join us. Don't return the book.
I mean, that was what we were trying to say, was we wanted to join, but you know, you could have said this earlier.
Well,
Also, the going rate is 2,500 gold pieces.
you're going about it all wrong. The way to join is to go out there and sow chaos. It's not come in here and run a committee.
Chaos in here? You're not able to. So we're not able to do it here?
Well, you did. You did. You killed my guy. You destroyed the Modrons. I mean, well done.
To do that, we had we could have negotiated and done subtle chaos. We could make all kinds of markings in that book before we turn it back. You could tear pages out of it. You could change things and add more chaos in ways that they aren't even expecting. But no, you don't want to talk about chaos. You just want to send your goons on us.
Look, I was going to sell the book. I got a lot of debts in Sigil.
What kind of debts?
I'm wanted for all sorts of things by the Harmonium. You know, I've tagged half the city with our little symbol, trying to share the message of chaos and, you know, fight the man.
It means anything to you. We also hate the Harmonium.
Mm-hmm.
So
They're a bunch of stuck-up jerks.
why are you feeding into the machine then? Why are you working for the sheriff?
In our own self-interest.
Yeah. A lot of questions that need to be answered. Give us the damn book.
Fine. It's upstairs, underneath my bed.
Wow.
And hearing that, you know, Baz, you'll instantly be able to kind of take a look underneath her bed, and you'll see it there.
I'm gonna toss the place though.
Looking for other valuables and such.
Yeah, but also just I want to mess it all up.
So you'll find up there a number of like it looks like paintings. A lot of them are paintings or pieces of artwork. It would be probably at least like 10 like canvases of kind of very abstract type art pieces. Some seemingly are illustrating parts of the Outlands. They feel reminiscent of things that you've seen out here. So you imagine you could probably get a little bit of money for those, but the big thing that you find, well, give me a investigation check. See if you find this.
No,
You
nothing up here.
do not. But you find those. You find the book.
Gee,
Go
go ahead. No, it's all right. You're giving her a hug, so you might as well, talk. Yeah.
If you're, well, I guess it's more like looking up at you, kind of like, ah! If you're so into chaos, why don't you go to Chaos Land or whatever the Chaos Land here, or whatever it's called, huh?
The way to manifest your belief is not to go and be in your comfort zone. You got to go and challenge the forces that are trying to control you. And that's what this is all about. This place
They're
with its
goobery here,
laws.
though. It's not. It's just they just stand in lines and have mustaches. That doesn't seem. I don't know. Is
You're
that
not-
everything?
You're not looking underneath the surface. It all stems from here. Rules, unnecessary rules, red tape. It's all. If you let them win, then you'll start seeing it elsewhere. It'll start to creep up and it'll affect your life. But she just continues to share this philosophy with you of being a free spirit. And so what would the group like to do at this stage? You've got basically what you came here for. You've got her as a captive, ready to take back to the sheriff.
I do want to comfort her because I want to tell her that it feels like maybe a bit of her friend may be living on, even though he's dead. There's just a bit that's living on. It may be in all of us, or, at least in some of us. So, just take comfort in that fact.
She looks at you. She looks at your wound and she says, "Motherhood is the greatest chaos of all."
Oh God, I don't want to have children. No, that they're little, hellions, really, right?
She just kind of smirks and she's like, "Uh-huh."
Oh.
So.
Okay, well, we got what we came for, guys. Do we head back?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it. Yeah, I guess you're lucky. That's for sure. Could have been worse, huh? Yeah. Okay.
Taking her with us. Turn her in.
Yeah.
We get more money that way, so.
But then, wait, hold on. You were going to give us money too? Is that what you're saying?
No, she was trying to, she stole the book. She was telling you it was about all this dogma and everything like that, but she kind of admitted she was going to sell the book.
What was she gonna? Who are you gonna sell this thing to? You have a buyer.
She hadn't thought that far ahead. She literally just stole it. So
In the moment.
Such
Typical.
chaos.
Yeah. Plans
Mm.
aren't chaotic.
We're so good at planning. You could take a book from or page from our book. There you go. That's the expression.
Maybe I'll share while we're maybe walking in a story, maybe a life lesson about chaos on our way back, and what chaos got me.
At some point during your trek back through these winding halls, like she starts leading you all to the surface. Like let's go. I know where the cell is. Just put me in.
Dead end. Oh, I don't know how we keep having this happen.
I want to look through the book a little bit, like if we're walking, and see if there's anything interesting in it that, like we wanted to see if the Modron had passed through, and they said it wasn't in the book, right? But
yeah, you're flipping through, like there's names and records. It's all records, and a cursory glance through, in the 30 minutes that it takes you to get back up to the surface, you don't see Rome's name.
Come on, don't you want to prank it just a little bit, Baz? You could put a bunch of, like, I don't know, IP Nightly or Rust, those kind of fun prank names. Just make a bunch of them up.
I'll just hand the book to Cerebella.
Well, what kind of names you put in there?
Amanda, hug a kiss. Yeah, Amanda Hug and Kiss and IP Knightley and what else? Come on, you got to come up with a couple for me, Baldwin. I'm sure you got some ideas.
Anything with Ima.
Oh, Ima.
Yeah, I don't know how to fill the blank in yet, but Ima always is a good go-to.
I'm ready to go to jail. Let's go.
No, that doesn't flow easily.
Not for too long. They'll see right through that one.
You're really bad at this.
But we'll come up with some as we go.
All right. So you all return back to the sheriff. Easy enough to find him in the center of town. Seems like he's out there, trying to calm down some planar travelers and such. And as soon as he sees you all, his eyes kind of light up. He sees that you've got Beltha, and he is delighted. He takes the book, and he instructs you to come with him down to his offices at the... I think you went there maybe the first time you came to Automata. And he will make good on the reward that you were due, so you'll each earn 400 gold pieces.
Oh, I don't know if you did the math there correctly, buddy, because it was 250 doubled. That's 500.
Oh, okay.
So...
Yeah, 500. I'm going based off of what's in the book here. I must have ad-libbed some number to you last time, so that's fine. 500 is good. And he also will give you a trinket, kind of as a special thank you. Like he's very appreciative of what you have done in returning that book and getting all these people on their way. And so he will give you a watch. And he will tell you that this watch never needs calibrating, never needs winding. It is always going to be precisely the time wherever it is that you stand. So he'll give you that somebody can take and have on their person.
I think
Don't hand it to me. I don't know if I'm going to be able, who knows how long.
I think this is perfect for Clack, don't you?
Let's see it, Clack. Model, a little bit of a modeling hand. Oh, yeah, that looks
tick,
nice.
Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, if no one else wants to hang on to it, he'd probably be interested in it and like kind of checking out the gears and stuff.
As you're doing your accounting of your gold and such, he will process Beltha, get her situated with some inmate clothing or whatnot, and take possession of any of the things that she has and walk her into her cell, where she will hang out until the council can hear her case and such. And as he's doing all that, he returns back to you and he says, all right, now I made you a promise. I said that you could go and check out the portal. Best that we do this right now, before the line gets moving again. It'd probably be best if I just take one of you. I can't take all of you. People see that there's some line cutting and such happening, but...
That's dumb. I point towards Clack.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll get Mimir ready.
Yeah, so he will take you individually up, kind of. He is like, move along, break up this. I need to get to the front. I need to go and talk to the conductor or whatever. And so he's moving up like all the way to the front where the big cog portal is. And so, and like people are like, who's that? Like, why are they coming? He's like, it's my engineer. Don't worry about it. He's like waving them off and like getting you like right up to the front. And so as you're standing in front of the gate that would lead to Mechanus, you can kind of feel the Mimir, that sculpture of a skull with the gears and cogs in its head start to quiver a bit, like it's kind of starting to vibrate and activate, like its gears are turning. There's sort of a glow, an aura around it is reacting to the portal.
Okay. Clack will kind of hold it to the portal, and if I remember right, he had to say something about like what he inferred of the place.
Yeah, you have to make a log of your impression of this place to go along with the information that the Mimir is collecting.
Okay. He will be kind of holding it out. And while the Mimir is kind of going over its data, he would talk about how Automata is like a beacon of order in like a chaotic outlands. He would talk about like the precise rhythm of the city, the way that people walk, everything kind of kept in line, and he would talk about like the order of the city, and kind of like focusing on like mechanical precision and like weaving it in a very like positive, kind of like a positive light. And that's what he would say about the city.
Okay. And it seems like as soon as you conclude your verbal report to it, it seems to kind of settle down and then just kind of return to like the entire time it's just like kind of floating around your head or whatever. Okay. But kind of with a neutral sort of demeanor, like it doesn't like you knew that it was activating as soon as you came in contact with the portal, then it just sort of settles down and just becomes kind of dormant or cool down mode.
Nice. He would once it's cooled down, he would take the skull back. He would thank the sheriff. I can't remember his name. But he would thank him.
He'll respond to sheriff, so.
Yeah. He'll thank the sheriff, and kind of, for the sake of the people in line, he'll pretend to kind of do some like mechanic engineer, like whatever, and then dismiss himself. like I see the problem here. All right, good luck. And then scatter on back to the party.
As you're doing that, and like shortly after you leave the portal, like the line like starts moving again, and like you see that there is I think it's an 8-armed Modron, an Octodrone, like comes up and like is getting the line started. Like everybody looks to you and starts cheering because everybody thinks that you're somehow responsible for like the train like getting going. So like this is just like you're taking it all in. And just looking at the chat here, hey Seeker of Oblivion, thanks for stopping in to see us. Let us know, are you running this module or looking to play it? Yeah, so you go back to the rest of the group and then you're all back together. It's probably like basically like the end of your adventuring day here, because I think I think this is still the same day of you like having rested out in the Outlands, coming into Automata, you know, talking, like doing the investigate, like all of that. Like it's you're all wiped, like you're feeling beat. So probably like your options are you could like stay in the town, presumably at the halfling dive. You could potentially go back to the walking castle. Like it wouldn't be crazy to think that you could walk that back there and stay, or you just camp out in the Outlands. Like, I don't know, what are you thinking?
I think the divine machine's fine.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Do those rooms accommodate everybody's sizes well enough?
Not really. I'm quite large, but if we get 2 beds apiece, maybe I could fit in something like that.
I
It's
think you are
better than
perfect.
walking to the castle. Oh, thank you, Clack. That's just so sweet.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Don't say it. Don't say it. You keep those thoughts to yourself.
oh,
Bottle it up.
Bottle it up. Silence is golden.
All right, so you all make it back to the divine machine, and are gonna spend the night. We'll say, I don't know. We'll say per bed that you wish to check out is 1 gold.
Oh, that's just sizist. That is just not fair. Can't help it that there's just so much of me to love. Come on. Fine, I'll pay 2 gold.
I mean,
So-
can we we can go in and we can eat, we can refresh everything. We're gonna be able to just
Yeah.
okay.
There's little mono drone baristas that are kind of working behind the counter. You see the halfling proprietor there. The mono drones kind of have like this. The mono drones can only do one task at a time, it would seem, and they all have like this assembly line where they just kind of do each step of making the latte, and it seems in some ways very inefficient and yet very orderly, and there's a process. And so whatever you are asking them to make for food or drink or whatever, they all seem to have one little step in that process, so they'll make you whatever you like. Yeah, is there anything you need to discuss or talk about or do before you would like to take your rest for the evening?
I would like to know what we're doing tomorrow, actually. So are we gonna go through the portal? Or are we going back to another what's our next move, guys?
Oh, we got to get all the portals, right? So we
Yeah.
should move on to the next portal.
And if Rome was worried about this thing, then yeah, maybe if we hit up the other towns, maybe we'll find him in the process. Since he wasn't here. So maybe if we head to the other towns.
So to
That'll
get to
help.
the other towns, do we have to go back through Sigil and then go to different portals that way? Or can we go directly from here?
It just seems like a hop, skip, and a jump across the Outlands.
I mean, should we go clockwise or counterclockwise or random? Should we be chaotic? What do you think? Is there a place you want to visit?
I like to
Yeah.
imagine if we're getting our lattes and you suggest, what if we go counterclockwise, everything stops and
We don't use that word here.
Sorry, anti-clockwise. Are we in England or something? Is there a different?
Yeah, I don't know. What would be the next closest ones? There was, I know I heard something about Excelsior, and then
Yeah,
What
I
were
would
the
say Excelsior or Regis are.
oh yeah,
I don't
thanks.
know. I guess the way that they describe the gate towns is they're basically equidistant from each other around the ring. So I suppose by that logic, Regis would technically be closer.
Okay. What do you guys feel like?
But I would say just so that there's a choice on the table, Regis or Excelsior would probably be, time and travel is very abstracted in the Outlands. So
Well, do we know anything about these places? If not, can I talk to somebody there at the bar and say hey, what do you know about Regis? I think we're thinking about heading there next.
yeah, the chant on these things is Excelsior is essentially the gate town that would take you to Mount Celestia, I believe. So it is a good aligned place. There are planers and primes together, kind of mix there. There's a mix of the divine influence and those that have traveled far and wide, maybe to feel the warmth of gods, maybe that live on Mount Celestia. So, and then you can contrast that with Rigus, which is a plane that you could, I believe this is the one that connects up with the eternal battlefield, the infinite battlefield of Archeon. I don't know how to pronounce any of the outer planes.
You should go there first. Yeah.
That sounds dreadful.
Yeah, get real. Sometimes you just gotta face just that. Don't you want to end up at the nice place, right? We got to go through all the nasty places, right? It's like a little reward for surviving over and over, or dying over and over. Either way, I'd say my vote is to get through the nasty stuff first, right? Get through that, and then you'd be nice at the end, probably, right?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Although, think about it. If we go the nice way first, we get stronger and better. And by the time we get to the nasty stuff, maybe we don't die.
Yeah. It's a good point. Just know it's going to be increasingly depressing.
Yeah, there is that part.
It's going to be a big bummer. That's what I'm saying. It's up to you. I think we should go to that internal, that portal internal.
We could split up, and you could go down there, and we could go up there.
Do you really want me to leave? I don't feel like that's a good idea.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We need Klakacht to be the one that goes to all these places. So, yeah.
Klakacht's gonna take out a coin, and he's gonna be like, "Okay, heads we go to Excelsior. Tails we go to Rigus. And I don't know if this will actually roll on here, but 1 will be heads, 2 will be tails. I heard it. I don't know if it went through. Okay, so 1. Okay, how about Excelsior then?
The coin has spoken.
I kind of like
Let me
Zilloff
see that coin.
there. I kind
Let me
of
see that coin.
You gotta hit her with a coin.
What we don't know anything about the other places though either. So, although some place called Cursed, doesn't sound pretty good there.
And Ribcage and Hopeless.
Well, there's only there's 7 of them that we have. So there's like the ones that I have, right? We don't have to go to all of them.
No.
Right.
So yeah, so Sylvania, Rigus, Glorium, Faunal, Cursed, Excelsior.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We already got one, so we're down to 6. This is just awesome. We're just doing wonderfully here.
Well, my coin has spoken, so otherwise I'll go back and forth on this all day.
Okay.
But it's the thing about when you flip a coin, it's not really what you get. It's what you wanted it to be.
We could go to Rigus if you want.
I know we're gonna do the coin thing. I'm just saying.
Do you want to flip the coin too and see what your coin says?
You want to flip the coin? Three out of 5. What do you got?
The bartender's just like, yeah, do 3 out of 5.
Maybe your coin will say the same thing.
It's chaos. You're leaving it to chaos.
No, it's okay. We could do that, but we're gonna go down there or up there. Sorry.
I was like, huh?
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good. Anything else that needs to happen before you take your long rest?
Should we be concerned about? Would we know to be concerned about Cerebella and Baz's wounds?
The players, yes.
Yeah, that's
Your
why I'm asking. Because I'm
characters?
like,
I don't think Cerebella would have any clue.
Could we
Right.
at least maybe?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Maybe in
Could we
a
at
former life you would have. I don't know.
Things are fuzzy. We don't remember.
Nothing. It's been too soon. Like there haven't been
Mhm.
any symptoms yet. So right now I'm gonna say no.
Well, actually, do we know what that was that we fought? I don't know what it was.
It's a
but-
giant toad.
Big red toad man.
Yeah.
Like, could we go to, would we care enough to go to, I forget what her name was, at the library and say, hey, have you ever seen a big red toad thing? Because we fought one.
I think it's premature to care at this point. Like you've taken hits and stuff from things.
Mhm.
There's
lot
a
of
process.
strange
There's a
things.
process to it.
I'm
so.
looking to get a long rest because I'm hurting bad.
I think that sounds
It's like dripping blood. all
good.
over.
Yeah, that was a pretty there were some pretty big hits in that battle, weren't there? And not on us, not
I ran into a gear.
I think the gears were the MVPs of that battle.
Mhm.
Those
It's okay.
gears.
Still a little burnt, but other than that, I'm feeling okay.
Did the gears slow down at all whenever there were bodies caught in them? I'm just asking for
Say-
future reference.
I'm sorry. Are you asking me a question? I was looking
Did
something
the
up.
gears slow down whenever there were like bodies caught in them?
I mean, they kind of get stuck. Like if there's something obscuring it, it would get stuck.
It was possible to kind of like jam it up, probably.
Yeah.
Cool.
One of them got shattered a little bit, huh? Did you get it or was it not in the range?
I think it might have been too far because
Oh,
I was looking to get Baltha, so I was like,
someone put a damn
here.
fog cloud in the way, so you couldn't
Who
see
did that?
Oh, yeah.
I did pretty well for thinking I only had
Right?
2 spell slots.
Right?
I got a kick. I heard you drumming your little drum while we were going with
Well,
that fog
yeah.
cloud.
I
That was
thought we
pretty.
were just doing chaos, so I thought, oh, I'll make a lot of noise and confuse them. So that's why I did that.
The chaos would have been fine, except when I walked in the room, I got hit, and that that's not.
Well, here's the thing that you got to remember
What's that?
that I've learned. If you get close enough to something, you're not sneaky about getting away from them. There's a good chance they're going to try to attack you.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Everything's
you
so
do that? Like,
aggressive.
Years and years of experience up here. I'm learning. I got a lot more experience up here than I did before, especially in this body.
Huh.
Good to know.
So
Sometimes even if you don't walk away, they do attack. That's what I found. I was standing just right next to it, and it still hit me.
Got long arms. You see, you gotta know. You gotta. They're go like this, right? That's about as their arm span is pretty long. You gotta take that into account. Yeah.
Boy, I learned so much from you, Zilloff.
I know.
Yeah, that's good knowledge.
Any other questions?
Do you play any instruments?
I did. I played many.
Do you now?
Um, I have. I'm good with the loot, apparently. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I feel like I've always been okay with. It's the lute is the easiest instrument, So
Or the hand drum is pretty easy too, I gotta say. Just
you were keeping your rhythm. No, it was a bit. No, that's what you wanted, though. You wanted a bit of one-handed while you're holding that cloud was pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
So I was wondering if Baldwin still plays, and I'm like reaching into a pack, and I have a sham. Like I have this, I can play this, and
Oh,
I would like to see if anybody else would like to try to play it.
that is an impressive instrument.
I don't know why, but I appear to have forgotten how to play the flute.
Oh no!
I don't think I have the proper faculties to do
You
so.
can do it. Flutes are pretty easy too. You should try it out.
Where
It
would you
took years.
put it exactly?
I don't know.
In the mouth hole?
I,
Yes,
I
in the mouth hole there by
Make
the
a mouth hole. Make it. Well,
And-
there. Yeah, there's in the mask.
Yeah.
wait, hold on calm down. And then he just holds up his hands and he realized there's no fingers at all.
Oh,
That's a very important component to the flute, so I can't.
Oh, give me your drum.
Here, you don't need any. You don't need a mouth. You don't need any fingers. Here, play the hand drum. Give it a try. Come on. Do it for me, Baldwin.
maybe it'll make you happy.
Well, let's see how it goes. And he starts doing some pads, but it's getting muffled on his, him, because But we'll see. Performance, sure. I think I got it.
Oh yeah, you got rhythm. That slosh, it adds a little extra offbeat kind of thing, like beat slosh, beat slosh. You got a real thing going there.
Oh boy.
You ever see a kid? I remember when I was younger. Do you ever get that, that mucus, and you just and then you just spit it out, and you try to suck it back up. You're kind of doing that with the flute. It's kind of coming in and out.
Wow. Well, it's the drum, so okay.
Oh, whoops. Well, you're doing it. Looks either way. Your whole body looks like that. Is what I'm saying.
Like a mucus.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I will definitely say that's the nicer version of the name I've been called.
Oh,
What if they called you?
Oh boy. Well, Baldwin is a great start. Disease, sickness, all the horrible names.
Baldwin,
Oh.
I've been wondering about the mask.
Outcast.
I've been wondering about the mask that you wear and why you wear the mask.
Which version of me? Because everyone seems to wear a mask for a whole different reason. It's been really confusing.
Well, every time I've been having, conversations with you, you have a mask on. So I suppose maybe what's the version this time?
Well, I think this one is to inspire fear and dread into the hearts of my enemies.
But if you take the mask off,
Okay. And it's he starts to remove it, and it's just a little bit of it comes with it, and just flops back to his form.
that's that's pretty fearful.
Am I pretty scary? It's just a green blob.
How about before though? Why it seems you're getting? Seems like that's kind of symbolic. Why the mask before? You were sick, you said.
Or yeah, it was Well, you should have seen the second form of me before he got killed. It was, I think, probably worse than my original me. It's incurable disease. Let's just call it that for simplicity's sake.
incurable.
So you had an
Oh, yeah.
incurable disease and you wore a mask to hide that?
For the sake of others. It says it was not a pretty sight.
There. That's bad.
Frankly, I got very itchy a lot wearing the mask, so sometimes I would let it down, and then someone would see my face and just go screaming the other direction, or look in disgust.
Oh.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Well, I am now a squishy, slimy thing now. I don't know how to feel.
Do you want a hug? I can give you a hug. It'll make you feel
Okay.
better, right? I'm already green too, so what difference will it make? So
I understand how you feel.
Yeah.
I go for the hug too.
I haven't hugged someone in over 20 years.
Oh,
that's just so sad. Just hold it together, buddy. You can. I
I'm
don't know
slipping.
where.
I'm slipping. Well,
Oh,
oh,
yeah, it's a little. I'm
oh.
sorry. I tried. I really did. I didn't. Is that? Oh, here.
Now just a
Here.
goo pile on the
Uh,
floor. I don't know how to feel.
Hmm.
No.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
not gonna.
feelings are overrated anyway, so you'll be fine.
I don't. I can argue with that one. It's nice. Feelings are good. Feels good, even if
Oh,
it's just kind of a bit of like anger. A bit. It still feels pretty good. Let it out. You got anger? Do you have anger? I'm learning. It's good. It feels good to just let it out. You got anger, Baldwin?
For a number of years, I did. And then I learned to just let it be. Control what I can control and not what I can't. Well, that's kind of how I got into, playing the flute, writing poetry. It kind of, calmed me down.
you're a very wise Jello blob. Very
You're
wise.
good. You're pretty good at You're pretty good at kind of keeping it together, huh?
Composure is one of my greatest strengths, I would say. But I think whoever this person is, and like he gestures to blobbiness. Oh boy, he's in like a nutcase.
what did he do?
Apparently, he like navigated a ship that was like in like the stars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and whoever Zilloff is now was also that too.
I remember you being really good at it.
So weird.
Every time I die, just... I see.
like
I
bartender.
see him, and he tells me I can't. Tells me I can't escape him.
Who do you see?
There's Dune.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
A lot of eyes. An eye. A big eye. The
What?
a person I made it back with long ago says no matter how much I run away,
Hmm.
he still has me. How should I deal with that there, Baldwin? Huh?
Well, I'm gonna understand more of the complexity of the relationship. Was it mutually beneficial? Was it,
It was for a bit, I would say. I mean, I tried. He pretty much used me and took most of me, and well, I mean, try to have me unleash him onto this world and many others.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get something in return for that?
Well, for a bit, I felt pretty good about myself. I got power, and I was able to help my friends stay alive. And I mean, I died anyway, and by the time I came back, I was just kind of a shell of myself. This is kind of the most I've felt in a long time. It's quite weird. I mean, he doesn't have control of me if I'm able to kind of, feel, right? Like I'm feeling. It's different, right?
That's
Maybe,
why it still says he still lingers with you.
maybe he just wants you to think he has control, like you're like an abusive ex that just keeps on, saying they have this power, but only really have the power that you give them. You broke up with him. You're gone, man.
I kind of died. I didn't have.
Well, that's the ultimate breakup, right? Like, seriously.
I guess.
But he's just trying to pull you back. Don't let him. You
He's
get
just.
you
He'll
get a
not
poker and you just poke every single one of those eyes. Then he won't be able to
kill.
see you anymore, right?
Yeah. He's pretty strong, but got a lot of eyes. I even had a lot of eyes at one time. Either way, yeah.
Well, you don't have any eyes other than the two you have right now, unless you're having more eyes on those hair. Perhaps.
I there's tentacles there. I don't know what
That
was.
that was weird, but besides the point. Perhaps you should find it in yourself to more, instead of fearing him, forgive yourself for what you've done. And maybe then you can reconcile with your past.
Yeah.
You
I don't know
should
if
write a
I'm.
book. That is so wise.
Oh.
That would be a good book.
Oh. I don't know if I'm ready, but thank you. That I'll so pretty much try to forgive myself for what I've done. Got it.
Just take it one day at a time.
Speaking of, should we hit the hay?
How does one hit hay?
Don't know.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
All right.
That works.
So after some heavy conversation and deciding your path in the morning, you all take a very well-earned rest. And just like in previous times, as you fall asleep, for many of you, your dreams are clouded with thoughts or memories that you can't quite piece together or make sense of. But in particular, Cerebella, maybe it was some of the conversation that you all were just having, kind of listening in on some of the things that Zilloff was talking about. Of course, he seemed to be talking about a life in which he was not this dwarf, just as Baldwin was talking about a life when they were not a plasmoid. And they were talking about those lives. All the while, there was some reference that was made about being space captains or being aboard some kind of vessel that sailed on the astral sea, whatever that is. You've been doing your best to try to make sense of all this weirdness. But there was something about that jogged your memory. And in your dream here this evening, you remember a life other than your life back in Nebraska. You remember you were working as some sort of a performer, and you could see kind of a crowd of people. You can't really make out exactly what was the performance you were doing, but you remember a stage. You remember looking out into a small gathering. I don't know if we could call it a crowd, but a small gathering of people that came to see you. And you seem to remember, off in the distance, maybe beyond this gathering of people that came to see your performance, there was these two figures, Zilloff and Baldwin, moving crates or something. in a very crowded. It was very cloudy, very smoky. You can almost like smell the tobacco and the stale beer and wherever it is that you were performing. And maybe the last thing that you remember as you're waking up is there was a large winged form in the crowd, but you can't quite pick out who that figure is. The only thing that's like super clear is like your senses hone in on the identities of Baldwin and Zilloff. Like you've met them in some other life when they were a plasmoid and when they were a dwarf. The rest of you, you can fill in the blanks about what you dream about or where your mind goes, but we're going to just highlight that one for Cerebella. And in the morning, you all wake up, probably eager to get some food in your bellies, get some drink before heading out into the Outlands again to make your way to Excelsior. But you're waking up, and Cerebella and Baz, you both are competing for the bathroom, for the privy, because you both have a little bit of morning sickness.
I'm serious. I don't need it for makeup this time. You gotta let me in. I'm feeling really ill.
God, what did we eat last night? This is horrible.
I don't know. I've never felt like this before.
Are you are you guys okay? What's going on?
I just feel like stomach's really upset. Like I'm gonna, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Just
I
very
don't know.
nauseated. Oh, even just thinking of food. Excuse me. I gotta get by.
Backs up. He's gonna look over to Baldwin. Are they gonna be okay?
Well, stomach bugs are one thing, but boy, I really don't want to have to run these two across the Outlands that they have to run the entire time.
Oh no. Huh.
I think a former version of me could probably help with this situation, but they're not here right now.
Wonder, do I? I don't think I have anything.
You don't have any Pepto-Bismol or anything in that bag of yours?
What's up? Pepto-Bismol. Is that some kind of potion?
Yeah, you could call it that.
Let's see. I've got an Automata portal key. I've got 1,000 ball bearings. He's gonna start lifting out. I got a crowbar.
Hey guys, they got cheese downstairs, and it's to die for. I've had at least 3 different kind already. I didn't save any, but oh man, what if you get close enough, you could smell. They smell delicious. Come over, come here.
Go away.
One kind of smells a bit. It only smells like feet, but it tastes amazing.
Like Baz is just gonna like vomit on your shoes.
What's that for?
Sorry.
They're a little bit under the weather.
Not feeling good. Not feeling good.
There's a bunch of there's a mono drone that's carrying a bucket, another one that has a mop who hands the mop to another Modron who kind of swabs it around, and there's a little team that comes out to clean that up.
Maybe we should see if there's like a healer around or something to figure out what's wrong with us. I don't know. I mean, are we feeling like we can't do much of anything today, or are we
I
feeling
didn't do much of anything today. The fact you just hurled all over myself a little bit. I'm not.
Well, I figure once I get it all out, it won't be anything left to come out. I don't know.
Maybe some toast. I heard
Must have
toast is good for. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No toast.
I just think it was something we ate. Maybe it was the eggs. If they're not made correctly, that can just be salmonella. I don't know.
With Sal. Well, you should have put that name in the book. That would have been a great name.
Oh, you're right. That would have been a good name. Oh,
Manila. That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we see if we could find someone who could give like a stomach calming medicine of some kind, or
Sure. How do you want to go about that?
he probably, or at least Clack would probably ask people in the tavern, like, is there like an apothecary or doctor's office?
Yeah, the halfling will be like, I know. She goes behind the counter and she like cracks a couple of eggs into a big glass and starts to whip that up. It's some salt and some pepper. Throw some like tomato juice in there. Just like this like weird ingredients that don't belong together. And she shakes that all up and she says, "Here, drink this."
Clack's gonna bring it to them. They said it would help. He's gonna like hold it out.
who said that would help? Where did you go to get this medicine?
The halfling.
The bartender.
Maybe you're hungover. Did we drink last night?
I think when we like this tavern doesn't technically have drinks, right? It's like
you could buy it. It just doesn't have the vibe of like it's not the raucous like D&D tavern. It's really more of like a cafe feel.
Little jazz playing in the background.
Yeah, that's more the vibe.
Gotcha. Okay, then. He's like, I don't know. They said it would work.
Go ahead, Baz. You can try it first. See if it helps you.
Okay.
You can make like a Constitution saving throw. See if you could woof this down.
11.
Just as soon as you put it down, it's back up on the floor, and like the Modrons just shift and they start cleaning up that spot.
Can I aim for Zilloff's shoes again?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, he's got projection on that one.
Hey, Sundance Kid, thank you for the redemption on the reroll. I'm gonna just keep it in the queue because I might reject it because we're just about at the end of our game.
I don't think that is gonna work. It doesn't make me feel any better.
I guess
if it's all right, Alex, recall upon one of the many Baldwins that existed in their medical knowledge and see if I can see. Did they get their stomach flu? Should they be moving? Should they just rest?
You could do a medicine check, but using your new character stats.
Yep. All right. If I was past me, what would I think? 12.
They don't have a fever. You're just not quite sure what could be the cause. Like the vomiting in and of itself just isn't enough to pinpoint like what this illness is, or if it even is like a true illness.
So, have all of our wounds healed from yesterday?
Yeah, how do you really... Were you guys using like any kind of magical healing or anything in the mix?
No. I wasn't.
I don't know. It's like a weird thing, right? Like I guess you've got like a scar that's kind of like starting to scab over or whatever.
I mean, it could just be a stomach bug. Sometimes you get those like 24-hour bugs. We just have to hydrate, make sure we don't, get dehydrated, push on, and maybe tomorrow we'll feel better.
Maybe that thing had very dirty claws.
Ooh.
got a bit of a virus thing happening.
He did look a little nasty.
Yeah, we were in the sewers, so yeah, we could have picked up just about anything.
So do you want to move, or do you want to stay here today? I don't see any time limit if you ask me. We already were paid.
Well, I think I can push on. I don't want to be a burden, you know? We've got places to go. I'm fine. Everything's fine. See? I'm doing just great.
Oh, are you?
It's all bad. Yep. Just doing great.
Is the feeling passing at all as time is passing now?
Yeah, you feel
so you
nauseous for
starting to feel a
maybe,
little better?
I don't know, less than an hour, and then it goes away.
Feeling a little bit better now. I
Yeah,
think
see?
I get going.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anything, if it hits again, I'm sure there's plenty of brush that you could hide behind and evacuate your stomach.
That's a very interesting way of saying that, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that on my shoes. It match my hair. Come on.
Sorry.
It's the whole ensemble I got going here.
So it sounds like you all are going to head out into the Outlands, and you make your way back out into the strange environment and start to make your trek overland. This is going to take, many days to reach your destination. There were some things that I maybe would have had us do as we were traveling. But we'll just kind of narrate. There's like a moment. One of the days that you're traveling, you catch sight of that same Thrycreen that you met the first day that you were out in the Outlands with his son, and he's like watching this strange game between some infernal type creatures and some divine angelic types of characters, and you all get to enjoy a game of Spireball, which is pretty much baseball. There are angels in that outfield, and you could have some fun with them and try to turn. They're trying to settle a blood or a feud, a divine infernal feud using the game as a method of arbitration. So you take that in, Zephy is out there having a ball with his kid, showing him, taking in a ball game. That happens, and it's fun, and you enjoy it. But we'll pick up the next session basically as you are arriving at Excelsior. So that will conclude our session here tonight. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna reject that redemption. Appreciate that, Sundance Kid. Keep your points for the next one. And I'm sorry, Chris, that I don't think I used yours. So, but with that, we're going to bring the session to a close. We appreciate y'all for being here with us. At the end of these games, we've been doing kind of like what we do with the Dolmenwood. We go around and we do a round of appreciation, share with our fellow players something that we enjoyed about the game that they added, or just a fun moment that you shared with them. So make some time for that.
I would like to start off by saying that Jenna trying to talk her way into the room was hysterical and very good. Thought it was also pretty accurate with the character. Just be like, oh, okay, it's me. It's not working. Maybe we should just punch our way in. But yeah, it was good. It was enjoyable. So
Thank you. I liked I'm gonna throw one to Robyn for for her ensuing chaos and be like, I got the drum, I got the mist, I got the lightning. Do you feel the chaos now?
Tried,
Just like,
man. I didn't want to screw you all over though, so I'm sorry about that, Fog.
oh, you didn't. You didn't.
Man.
Yeah, no, I really
like
enjoyed it.
I like Ike's like as you dive into your character and bring in some of that backstory and the growth. I love how you find ways to do that that are so natural. Because even when we're goofing around, you find some very nice ways to bring that in, and it's meaningful and it's not at all forced. And I just think that takes real talent. So I appreciate that.
I want to thank Daw for we got to kind of probe Daw's backstory a bit, but he still had to do it in a way that was very meaningful, even though he was talking like this the whole time. I had leprosy and my nose fell off. Like pretty much that's what happened. But it was still very good, Daw. I really appreciated that moment that you brought.
Thank you. Mine will go to Jenna for us just shoving you and say, here, you can do all the poor data recording stuff. Just like, yeah, sure, I'll go with it. Why not? It's all good.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
You did a nice job too, really saying it from Clack's perspective. Like that was really neat how you summarized that experience. So
Thank you.
yeah.
I was like, would he say anything about the underground? And he's like, no, that's not really what it is. Like, Automata is like kind of what this stuff is. And so I was kind of going back and forth on what I would say on that for a bit.
I also,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm going to add one more. Cerebella and Baz for role playing this like horrible thing that's going to be happening to you. Perfect. It's going to be great.
I also think, Lyra, when you think outside the box a lot, and I appreciate that. Like when you went upstairs to look for the book, to break away like that, like those kind of decisions, I'm always like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. So
I thought
think
if
that's
I
pretty
could
awesome.
get it, then I could like
Yeah,
hold the book hostage to her,
Mhm.
get her, but
Smart.
That's good thinking.
That was definitely.
or just to grab it and run. Like
Mhm.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We got the book. Let's bounce.
Bye.
I thought, yeah, when you started doing that, I was like, oh, yep, that would have been because like when I was initially going over there, I was like, okay, I can get to the big baddie like real quick, and then I was like, oh shoot, she jumped down, and then you started looking for the book, and I was like, oh yeah, that would have been really smart, huh?
I would say mine goes to Robyn. I really like how you take your character, who's I guess presumably from Earth, and you find a way to like make meaning of things from that lens, like talking about dealing with Tharizdun as like breaking up with a abusive bad boyfriend or something. I don't know. I like those moments because like it's not like, oh, I can't like make sense of this at all. Like this, all this weirdness, I'm just going to be estranged from it. Like you still like lean into it, like make it a part of your interaction. So that's good. I like that.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the confidence that Cerebella carries with her is astonishing, like
Sure is.
completely in a different world, but like, oh, I understand this completely. Let me tell you what happened to my friend one time.
And I really hope, Lyra, because you don't know me outside of this character, this is not me. It's not. So
It's great. That's why it's very good.
oh man.
Well, thank you all for the game. Seeker of Oblivion, I see you are out there. Thanks for the comments. Great game all. Come join us in our Discord if you haven't already. If you're on Discord, we'd love to see you pop in there. We're often hanging out in there, chatting about things in between games. We also do put signups for people to come play games with us. So if you jump in there, I'm sure that you can play a game with us sometime if it works out. So there's that. We're going to sign off here. We'll throw a raid over to High Shelf Collective as we close it out. So we'll say good night. And our next game this week will be Saturday morning at 10. We've got another Dolmen Wood, so we'll be playing some old school essentials. So grab some coffee, wake up early, and come hang out with us for that. So thanks, everyone. Good night, Chris. Good to see you. Tux. I hope the hair dyeing goes well, and hope your World of Warcraft character is still alive. See you, Sundance Kid. Have a good night.